connected on Facebook, but it's not connecting on fucking YouTube for some reason.
And this is Kentucky Hot Brown Boys.
What is going on, everybody out there in podcast land? This is the Kentucky Hot Brown Boys. I am your host, Jerry Saylor. In the studio with us tonight, as always, my right-hand man. He sits on my left side, Lover Slope and Dusty B.
What's up?
It's going down, man.
Yeah.
What's going on? I'll tell you what's up. I'll tell you exactly what's up. We're live on Facebook tonight, but we're having problems getting it to show up on YouTube.
The YouTube?
So, on the YouTube, yeah. So, it's whatever. We're still alive. We're still here. We're still kicking. We're on this side of the dirt. That's what matters. You know what I'm saying?
Show.
Yeah.
He said for show.
Also in the studio with us, as always, the sexy-voiced Mr. Leo Bishop.
Welcome. Hello. Hi.
What's going on,
I'm
man?
here.
Did you have a good birthday, dude?
It was all right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We missed you, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We did miss you,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you.
It
I'm
was
back.
It was.
Wasn't the same around me.
It was too white.
Yeah.
It is a little dark in here now.
Yeah. It was just a little too white for me. Almost felt like we were about to get shot up. It was so white.
Shit, damn. Speaking of, no, let me stop. Too soon?
Very soon. No, not really. I don't care.
It's good to be back, though.
Yeah, it's good to have you back.
Yeah.
How old are you now? 34, 35?
35.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look
yeah.
it, man. Not even close.
No.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I mean, honestly, if I was working a convenience store and you walked in, I'd be like, a damn 15-year-old black kid just came in. He's going to fucking rob my ass.
Like, if I wasn't bald, I'd just be wondering how young would I really look then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it helps
Yeah.
with the age thing. But
Really? You think that having hair makes you look younger?
No, it makes me look older.
Older.
I'm saying it helps
yeah.
me look older. If I had a
okay.
perfect hairline, I'd probably look like I was about 22, maybe. Like on a good day, if I had enough sleep.
I don't think I've ever seen you with like any stubble or anything. You nair that shit, or you shave it
I
every day?
shave it like every 2 to 3 days.
Really?
Yeah, it grows too fast.
I was gonna say I've never seen you with like a 5 o'clock shadow, nothing on there. It's always like perfect. And like,
Every once in a while, it'll be a little bit.
yeah.
But I think like I'm so dark that you can't really tell. Like, is that hair or is it just the light? So I don't let it grow out too much.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I tried to rocking the bald head there for a while. I got an ugly head though, so to me it didn't look right.
Yeah, but yours is all like well moisturized and stuff.
Yeah. It ain't, what's the term? It doesn't look ashy.
Yeah, I was gonna have to go bald anyway, so I just did it a little beforehand.
Yeah.
But now I need to keep it that way, so it's like, fuck.
I always said if I ever start to go bald, like got a big old bald spot, I'm just fucking shaving it all. Fuck that horseshoe looking shit on top of my head.
After a while, anyway, it just sucks having to cut it so often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about it. Enough of my body. Anyway,
still got nothing on YouTube. I don't know why. Why we're not connected.
We'll have to test it sometime this week or something.
Yeah, I'm not really all that fucking concerned about it. Yeah, it's whatever. So, Josh Williams, good old Will Daggum, he says I rubbed off on you.
Yeah. How?
I don't know if he rubbed off on you.
right? No, I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
what do you mean by that?
Yeah. He said moisturize, man. It's
okay. All right. He's like, I rub one out with you. Like, it sounds different. Close to that. Like, whoa.
Oh,
Tribute.
Man. So, I would be remiss if I did not say that we have a very special guest in the studio with us tonight. He's a returning guest. He's been here, like 5-6 times?
Oh, man, he's been here a lot.
Yeah, actually, he's been at my house all week. He hasn't left. he just showed up and started eating my food, and he ain't left. So I was like, well, if you're going to be here, you might as well sit in on the studio. I'm not talking about Darren, the guy on the couch.
Nope.
I'm talking about Joey Pie, everybody.
What up? What up?
What's going on, man?
Oh, not a whole lot, man. Appreciate you guys having me back.
Hey,
Yeah.
I felt like I kind of had to have you because you've been here all fucking week eating up all my food. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
know, man. I mean, you got name brand shit, dude. This is a nice house.
Hey, Kroger brand is not name brand.
It's about as good as name brand. Some
Yeah,
stuff, man.
Some stuff.
Those are
yeah.
Pop Tarts. Fuck that shit.
My buddy, dude, his parents were loaded all the time back in the day, and he's always like not loaded like drinking. They were just loaded, you know what I mean? Like financially loaded, and he'd always like talk shit. And I'm like, you know, fuck you, dude, with your 4-wheeler and your name brand cola and all your other bullshit. Like that kid just everything was name brand. Everything was perfect for that kid.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I know.
Look straight into that camera.
His name was Jerry.
So, if you guys haven't noticed, Brad and Brit are both out of the studio tonight. Brad's dad had to have his leg amputated today, and they are with him, comforting him, trying to get him through this tough time. So, thoughts, prayers, good vibes, whatever you got, send it their way.
Good vibes.
Good vibrations.
Send only good
I was
vibes.
thinking that one. Is there a song called Good Vibes?
There's like a couple
It
songs.
gotta be at this point.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
vibes is like a in term, so
Yeah.
to speak. Like, you know the vibes. It's
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
phrase and shit. Like, you know the vibes. I'm sure.
Honestly, when I think vibes,
I think a vibrator.
I think of
don't you?
vibrators,
Yeah.
yeah.
I could've
Or
guessed.
you watch The Flash. I think of like Cisco. Y'all don't watch The
I don't
Flash.
watch
Like silver hair, like
No.
like
no.
thong song.
is that a character on
It's
there?
a
Because I thought
character.
Cisco too.
It's
Like thong
Cisco
song Cisco.
Ramon. is
Dong,
his
dong,
name
dong,
on
dong.
there. His superhero name is Vibe.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So I sound like hella corny right now.
Not
No,
really,
man.
I
no.
thought y'all would have checked it.
We're just superhero dumb.
Y'all,
That's all it is.
y'all don't watch any superhero shit?
Oh, like
I mean, I
I
watched
watched
the
Punisher.
movies. Punisher was good.
Yeah.
Never did get to watch season 2.
Did you watch
It sucked.
Daredevil?
Mm-mm.
I
I knew that's
started
when
to
he
watch
first
it.
showed up.
I
man.
started to watch it. It
Daredevil
was good.
shit. They got 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, all 3 are good.
That's when Punisher showed up, right?
He showed up in season 2
Yeah.
of Daredevil. But they
Yeah.
have 3 seasons of it on Netflix. I think it's 2 seasons of
Punisher.
Punisher.
Yeah, it was
Disney's getting ready to start their streaming service here in the next, I think,
Yeah, they got
month
a
or two.
little-
Yeah, it's coming
they got
up.
a decent little bundle deal. I don't know if you.
Yeah, was it like
plugged them too
Hulu,
much. Them ESPN,
Disney, and ESPN or something like that?
for
Yeah.
$12.99.
Yeah, it's pretty
what?
good.
Yes.
Like ESPN Plus?
No, not the
Oh,
plus.
I was gonna
but
say.
it's just regular. But still,
It's not bad. $12
you
a
damn
month.
near paying that for Netflix alone.
Yeah.
Or I don't know how much Amazon Prime costs, but to have all 3.
Amazon Prime's like $100 a year.
I mean, Hulu at one point was like $10. So essentially, you just paying for Hulu plus
Mhm.
tax, and you're gonna get all the Disney stuff, plus all of the like the new stuff that they coming out with, like the Winter Soldier show and Vision.
Oh man, they're doing a Winter Soldier show.
Winter Soldier and Falcon got a show coming out.
For real?
Yeah, and then not Scarlet Johansson, to Scarlet Witch
Mhm.
and Vision.
Are they all the same characters? Like
Yes.
the same people that played
Yeah,
in the movies?
yeah.
Nice.
I don't care.
And somebody else. They got a Hawkeye show. They got a Loki show. Plus a whole bunch of.
I'd like to see that Loki show. I bet you that's gonna be
It's
like
supposed to be the
funny
Loki.
as
You
shit.
saw Endgame,
Mm.
Yeah.
so it's supposed to have been the Loki that escaped.
See, remember?
Test
Remember, I
ride.
told you, man. Like they never ever said anything about that in the movie. He was just boop gone, and I was like, whatever happened to Loki?
'Cause since he died,
Well,
it's gonna be
he's
that.
supposed to be
that,
died.
That alternate version of him is gonna be the one that's bouncing around doing whatever.
Okay.
Causing trouble, wreaking havoc.
So I think it might be like just a limited series or something like that, mini series type of thing. So
Either way, I'll still watch the shit out of it.
yeah. Plus all the other movies that they got, they're gonna put it all on there. Plus all the other Disney shit. So it's gonna be pretty legit.
There's lots of goodies in this box.
Yeah, sound like it.
That's
So
not
all you
bad.
probably need is that and Netflix. You barely need cable anymore.
Yeah.
Like for real.
I use cable just to watch the games, man.
The only reason I got
True.
cable is for AMC to watch Walking Dead. That's
Do
it.
you still
watch Walking Dead?
watch?
Oh, religiously.
I thought
man.
you gave up on it like
I
the rest
did.
of the
He-
world.
He did. I
Yeah.
didn't.
It's like you and 3 other dudes still watching this shit.
I can't
Clinging
help
to it, man.
Like
I
the
watched,
owners
I
of the
watched
network.
that, Fear the Walking Dead, and then they got another one coming out next year.
Oh
I'm gonna
my
watch that
God.
motherfucker.
What's
too.
it called? Like
Take Dead.
Walking
out of
Dead's
the name.
Dead Dead?
Walking.
I don't know what they're gonna call it.
Yeah.
Just exercise.
Yeah.
the jog.
Boring dead. We can't write shit anymore. Dead.
But what is the?
I don't know.
Do you know what the storyline?
I do.
Be all new.
There's zombies in the background, and shit's happening.
You said it like you really knew. Like, I expected like a deep analysis.
From what I understand, the synopsis is the point of view it's going to be from somebody who's like in like a secure facility type thing. Like they've had to like grow up in that life of like being like super secure and not really having to deal with like the outside world. That's from what I understand. That's what it's going to be about.
They're either gonna have to get released or the zombies gonna break in or
something like that. Yeah.
All right, I'm here for it.
I mean, maybe not so much like a secure thing when they never had to deal with it, but it's something like a.
Like it's just you watch it on TV, almost like living in the suburbs. And shit.
I was getting ready to say that, dude. I didn't know what you guys were talking about.
I don't know what urban crime is like, and then they end up in the middle of, downtown somewhere. Get exposed. Look at these crackheads looking like zombies and shit. So I can see that working.
I just need 42 cents to get on the bus because my brother-in-law.
Leg dragging.
Something crazy.
I just got tired of watching the same
shit over and over.
The same people. It just felt very slow paced. Like if they had switched it up eventually with totally different people, like the Fear of the Walking Dead, I would have been more in tune. But like, come on, man. Then they killed all the good people at the wrong time.
Yeah, they killed Merle.
Yeah, I liked Merle. Merle just turned good too, and then Merle died.
Didn't he die twice and shit?
Kind of.
Yeah, that's because Daryl fucking killed him when he turned.
Yeah.
That was a sad episode.
Who else?
The last episode of the last season that they had was pretty good. There was like 9 or 10 of them fucking just out of the blue. You're just like, holy shit.
I might just watch
They're all fucking dead.
I might just watch that episode alone.
Dude, it's good.
It's like
how
the
many,
whole
it was
season.
good.
How many hours you guys spend on this shit? Like, just
watching Walking Dead?
Yeah, like I don't have time for anything, man. But like I don't know where like
I
people just binge
like an
watch
hour
on
a week.
Netflix. They just like nonstop.
Yeah, like believe it or not, like you actually have a lot of time to watch TV. You'll be surprised.
Probably. I mean,
like I don't watch TV as much anymore, but I realize I'll be at home and like, damn, I could have watched 4 shows in this period of time. I didn't do shit. It's just not that much quality out there anymore. It's so much, it's hard to sift through it and find out what's really good.
Yeah.
Right.
So I tend to just take recommendations from other people I trust versus just watching shit anymore.
I was on Netflix for a little while. Watched Ozark. That was the
That's
one show.
alright.
Ozark,
That was
I heard that was
It's
good.
kind of slow, but it's good.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I love that music video they made out of that. All those music videos are hilarious. Like that dude up in Cleveland that kidnapped those girls and kept them
I
in his
read with that
house or
dude.
whatever.
What? He made a video.
They-
Oh, you wait. Oh,
they-
you talking
they,
about the
Dead
Blacks
giveaway.
in the
News, yeah.
Dead giveaway.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I knew something was wrong. with
Dead
it.
giveaway.
Yeah. When a pretty little white girl ran into a black man's arms.
Oh,
Dead
yeah.
giveaway.
He had the hat, the backwards hat, and the hair and shit. I remember that. Remember the guy that was from, I think he was from like Philadelphia or Pennsylvania or something. He went on that shooting spree.
Yeah, and they
He
caught him in
was
the drive-thru. Is that the dude?
Yeah,
The black dude?
Yeah. Wasn't he in Ohio too for a while or something like that?
I think he might have been. Yeah.
It was around the same time. I don't know
Yeah.
why I just thought about
They
it.
would have caught me in the drive-thru too, man. That'd have been where I was in the drive-thru.
At Wendy's 4 for 4.
like-
Hey, if you got a cop chasing you and you go like tailing you and you go through a drive-through, they will still pull you over.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna need you to pull forward.
Fuck about discretion.
That happened to us in high school, man. We had a car full of people, and like this cop was following us. We're like, man, let's go through the drive-through. He won't follow us there. We're like, no, that's so fucking stupid. So he followed us all the way through the drive-through. We ordered 1 cheeseburger. We got like 8 people in the car. We pull out of the drive-through and he pulls us over. We're like, man, I told you he was going to pull us over.
Wrong fucking alley.
Some cops, they so fucking amped up, they wouldn't even wait. They'd have snatched your ass out of line.
Yep.
We're like, oh, go ahead. He already paid for it, right? I'm gonna take his food. Can I get some sauce?
It was a guy got killed by the cops in the drive-through. He was like, he had a gun on his lap. I think it was legally owned, but he fell asleep somehow in the drive-through, whatever.
He passed the fuck out.
Yeah, and the
probably.
police showed up. I guess they called. They knocked at the window. You know, you wake up and you jerk or something like that. So I guess they thought he was reaching for the gun, and they just lit his ass up.
Oh
Damn.
shit!
Yeah, so don't fall asleep in the drive-through.
Was it a black dude?
Of course.
Really?
Of course.
You
He
may have
was
said,
reaching for the gun.
you
He
may have
probably
said
didn't even wake up either,
Probably
man.
didn't even have a gun, you know?
Right?
He reached.
he reached for something. I didn't know what it was. Felt fear of my life.
Cell
yeah, that
phone.
is like ironic though that like a black dude with or without a gun can easily get killed, but like a white dude can like slaughter like numerous amounts of people and carefully get escorted
Sir,
to the
please
cop
get down
car,
on the
you know,
ground.
lay
Yeah.
down, please. I understand. And I don't act like I don't understand why that happens, though. Naturally, if you're going to arrest people that look like you're going to be a little less afraid, a little less threatened of yourself, so to speak. Like, it's a subconscious thing. I think if all the cops were black for the most part, they would be a little more sympathetic to black people in turn. So, of course, the numbers would drop down. It ain't always like a negative thing consciously. Sometimes it's just,
I see where you're coming from.
fear, subconscious fear. We all got it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is that going right now?
What happened? It's like some penis or some shit.
Yeah.
No, we can't fucking broadcast on YouTube for some reason. And Dusty just brought to my attention that another one of my channels is live right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going on that channel right now.
Is it for real?
Yeah.
Hey, will you send me the link? My buddy's been trying to get in on this. He don't have Facebook.
You didn't crisscross
I wonder if I can figure out how to
stream platform somehow.
I was like, what the fuck?
The wrong URL.
I was thinking
Don't push any buttons for a second.
I was thinking
Are they like?
what's his name was streaming or something, but it wasn't at our title. I was like,
Are they linked in other ways somehow? It has to be.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to try to switch this shit around here. You guys keep talking. Talk amongst yourselves, man.
Well, I can't flip
Come on
through the
now.
camera,
Come on
so-
now.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Is it though?
It is.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either.
I'm afraid to try these things. Like, only because I know it's going to be too great.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Like,
people give up their whole fucking lives for this shit.
Exactly. Who throwing their life away for a bad high? Like, that'd suck to be a heroin, coke, meth addict and the high is shitty.
Yeah, and it doesn't last very long. You're like, what? I don't know.
They would be more angry. Heroin addicts, if that was the case. They seem to be pretty nice.
Man, I got ripped off from this shit.
You ever notice, though, heroin addicts aren't that mean, though?
Because they can't feel anything. They have no feelings. Just like, ugh.
Do you get that
You're
much
gonna
sleep,
fit.
dude? You don't fucking you give me that much sleep, I'm gonna be fucking super nice.
Hell no.
Yeah.
So well
It's like they
rested
drank a
shit.
bottle of NyQuil, man. Pretty much. Times like 30.
That's funny. See, coke addicts, they're a little more hyper.
Am I good to push buttons?
More angry.
Yeah, go ahead and push buttons.
Okay.
I ain't typing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I just went to it and like it's not showing up. It's still loading like other videos and
Like,
shit.
what are the top 2 worst drugs to try, you think?
Like heroin's
Probably
one.
Bath salts or
Oh, I forgot
crocodile or
about
whatever
Meth.
that one is, and
bath salts is probably, yeah.
I mean bath salts. People just like
That's
will
different.
eat other people just sitting
Yeah.
there cooking eggs to go with it and
That's
shit. You're
that's
just
another
like,
level
what
right
the
there.
fuck?
I don't even know if you enjoy that high. I think you just
Man,
You're just in it.
go somewhere else.
I will say this: we've had 4 views on it. It's stopped. It's not doing it no more. I don't know why it did it.
Bath salts is like
It's gonna
becoming
delete
a werewolf and shit. You know, just-
Well, the things about bath salts is, man, it's like that it's made in a lab and then someone like ships it out and then like they're like, oh, we gotta make that compound illegal. And that person who made it's like, oh, I'll just change like a little structure here in the compound and boop, I can start selling it again. It's messed up, man.
that shit is dangerous.
I remember when it was so big, like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah. That's when all those crazy incidents was happening. That
Yeah.
dude in Florida, didn't he
Don't-
eat the other guy's face?
Don't
Yeah.
don't push any
Yeah.
buttons.
That's crazy.
I don't get it, man. I've been hungry before for sure, but like I've never like wanted to eat my buddy's face or anybody's face. For
And
that
it was just a
matter.
random stranger too. He was walking around. It was like 2 incidents that same year that was just like that.
Now it's saying I got to restart it to get it to go on fucking YouTube. Fuck that.
The tube.
We already going, man.
The tube of destiny.
We already
I always
going.
wanted to do voice,
Toby says, "Hey boys."
Some voiceover.
voiceover work and shit.
That'd be cool,
I could see
man.
you doing some voiceover work
I wish I
if it was like sexy voiceover
well,
work.
you know, like I can get in some,
Like if you could narrate porn,
Oh,
that'd be.
oh, you hear that? Oh,
Give us your give us your best work, man. Give us your best
well,
work.
that was pretty good. Oh,
Jerry
that-
will be the bitch real quick. Let's go.
Oh shit.
Just narrate, like visualize a scene in your head and just like narrate it.
I don't know. It depends. Like you gotta have a script, you know. Cause like I like scripted porn.
You're at the
Sometimes,
library.
Sometimes
Yeah.
the library.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm usually like the delinquent student, you know, messing with the librarian. You
That's
know,
how I was, man.
Hey, bitch. You got Harry Potter?
Harry Plopper.
She's like, oh, young man, you need to respect yourself and your elders. Show me some respect.
I was
Guys ready to get weird tonight or what?
I was a dick to my high school librarian, man.
See?
I used to call her name was Miss Hicks, and she always used to talk like this. So, like, I'll be, like, at the top of the balcony looking down in the library. I'd be like, Miss Hicks! And she'd be like, what?
See, he already had it planned out.
Yeah.
He stroked off to Miss Hicks
I did,
at
man.
least once.
Yep. She was hot for an old lady, man. I was her aide one year, and I was like, hey, girl. We'll meet behind the National Geographic section. What's up?
Yeah, keep it down though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a little older. Our teachers and librarians were pretty ugly and old for the most part. These young kids are so lucky, man. They get hot teachers and they get to have sex with them.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it like that, America. Just speaking
Only
for
happens
Just doing my voiceovers.
I'm just
Seems like it only happens in Kentucky.
Hey,
Nah,
I
this
think
shit
I
is
just kicked us
nationwide.
offline. Nope.
Aw.
Nope, we're good.
Oh.
I'm trying to fix this problem, but there's no real way to, like, fix it. So,
Mm.
I don't know.
You must fix it. Fix it good.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it.
What'd you guys do for a Klondike bar?
I never liked Klondike bars.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
What
you,
is the
man.
absolute least amount of money you could get paid to blow a guy?
Now we're talking.
Oh shit, dude! Now that's a question that, like, because I've been asked the question, like, would you suck a dick for $1 million? I was like, dude, I'll suck 15 dicks for $1 million because that's a lot of fucking money.
It is a lot of money. But you got to pay tax on it, though.
This is true.
You only
Yeah, the
gonna
tax is the nut in the mouth, man.
Yeah, you're only going to end up with like 600,000
Fucked
something.
up. Was
Yeah.
it worth it?
I don't know, man. My student loans are like pretty fucking annoying. If I can knock this shit out in a lunch break, you know what I'm just saying, dude. Like the student loans, like that shit will blow the fuck away, bro.
So what if they just rephrase it? Like, would you suck 15 dicks for 4 years of college?
No, you know what?
Because you just essentially paying off the
Yeah.
It
4
was 6 years of college.
Oh,
Thank you.
Well,
And it's over small increments. It's not all at one time. 15 dicks divided by 4, man. That's what you got to do.
Suck a dick every.
Yeah. And you don't know when it's gonna happen. They'll just show up at your
quarter,
dorm.
you got to suck a dick.
Yeah, they just show up at your dorm like, "Yep, time to suck today's dick."
Yeah.
You get the grace period in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Fuck your couch, nigga.
Every time I drop that sound, fucking Leo loves it.
Hey, that's like the best thing in comedy history to me. I swear.
I
to
fucking
God.
love Dave
Was
Chappelle,
good.
man. He's going on tour with Joe Rogan, man.
Yeah, see
Oh, it's real?
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
I'll pay big money to see that. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck how much it costs. Like how people pay all that
Have
money
you
to
ever
go
seen
see
Chappelle?
Beyonce and shit? Never.
No, didn't he come here a couple years ago? Like, wasn't he like at the Taft or something? I thought he was, maybe not.
Who, Rogan
Chappelle.
For him to be living so close to
You would
the
think
city,
he would,
yeah.
yeah.
He'd be here all the time.
I heard guys used to see him all the time at Kenwood Mall.
Yeah, I would hear that. My brother saw him at like Cheesecake Factory. People would
Mhm.
see him at the red light on like motorcycles and shit. But I'm like, come on, man, we got a pretty
Yeah.
decent comedy club here. I thought he would be here all the time.
Yeah, like working.
That'd be cool as fuck if he was at Go Bananas. That'd be the
Yeah,
shit.
dude, that would fill up so fast.
Oh,
I'd be
yeah.
like,
He can rotate between that and the Funny Bone, and I'm sure there's some shit in Indianapolis too. That's
Yeah,
not that
and
far.
Columbus and
He can
shit.
just like try his shit out, on the road. and
Yeah.
all that. But I think since he like bounced back, he don't seem like he really be here anymore.
No.
He everywhere now.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when I think somebody pissed him off? He decided he was on stage. He's like, I'm just gonna read this fucking children's book.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
you all.
Yeah, that's when he was first
Coming back, yeah.
People was booing him and shit. I'm like, how could you ever boo
Yeah.
this man?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
comedy's weird though, man. People are just like, I don't know. People love you, hate you. You know what I mean? Then those guys, they'll go out and they'll go on the road all year, like you were saying. They'll try new stuff out in all these different cities, and they put it all together for their Netflix special or whatever. It's pretty cool to see it all come together. But like people, I don't know, people lose their minds. They're like, oh, he wasn't. Oh, that guy sucks. He's not funny. And it's like, dude, no. Like they're on the road trying new stuff out. Like they're not gonna be gold every time.
I've
You know
Yeah.
what I
been to
mean?
several comedy shows. I've never been there and felt like this person was trash.
Yeah.
Right?
I felt like, okay, he might not have been as funny, but just me being in the element, I tend to find like damn near all of it funny.
Yeah.
I allow
You're a
myself
little
to-
uppity bitch. I can't wait till we fuck
like,
you up.
easily pleased and shit. No, but I just try to be in the moment, in the mode, for it, you know. So that's really what it comes
I'm glad
down
you
to.
come in that way because a lot of people don't, man. Some people are like, man, I'm just fucking pissed off and they can't
I
handle
pay
it.
money for shit. I want to enjoy it.
Right.
I'm not coming in. That's why I
Right.
didn't understand about hecklers and shit. It's like they pay money to come and shit on you. Like, why?
Yeah, my favorite part about hecklers is like you're fucking with people that like know what the fuck they're doing. Like, just you know what I mean? You're just I don't know, lobbing up softballs for them to knock you the fuck out with. Like it's so stupid.
Hell yes.
So stupid.
They just hoping for that one Kramer moment.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah, which may never ever happen.
Nope.
How
usually
often
doesn't.
have a comedian really lost their shit? It's very
Like
rare.
that?
Yeah, it's probably one in so
I think
many thousand.
between that and like the Joe Rogan confronting Carlos Mencia,
Yeah.
that's like the two like
Oh.
comedy gold
Did he like
fucking
confront
bits.
him actually
On stage,
Oh,
yeah.
I
He
never
walked
saw
up during
that.
his time and fucking dude.
No, I
I
never
love
seen
that
that.
shit.
Oh, you ain't seen that video?
No, I heard him talking
Oh,
about him
man.
on his show and like different interviews and shit. I just
Yeah.
never knew he actually confronted him on
Mhm.
stage. What was it about? Like stealing jokes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They called him Carlos Mencia, all that
Yeah,
other
I
stuff.
hear him call him that.
Yeah.
I never thought he was that funny.
It was brutal though,
No.
man, because he was up
Taco
there. And he
Bell.
just started, like he just started cussing out Joe Rogan because he had nothing to fucking say. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, he had no out. Like he knew it was true, and the whole crowd turned on him. And everybody's like, "All right, fuck you, dude." It was fucking amazing.
Yeah, he pretty much done after that.
I feel like it's
Bullshit.
It's easy to like steal jokes and make them better. I can just watch some random ass comedians and shit and just rearrange their jokes and it'll just come off as original material.
Shit
I don't see
happens
why
every
people
day,
just
dude.
steal actual whole concepts
jokes,
like
yeah.
just
Mhm.
through and through, word for word. That's just laziness.
Yeah, a lot of times I would go up with like a concept or an idea, and then when I get on stage, like the nerves will hit you or hit me. You know what I mean? And like when it's time to go, I'm usually pretty clutch on that stuff. So a lot of times I can make something out of something on stage that I maybe wouldn't make it. You know what I mean? At the house writing, you know.
Right.
Be able to put it together just because when the pressure's on. But like I was talking to different comedians, they were like, "Look, you got a good premise there. Like, don't get up there and don't try it out without having your solid like punchline with it and stuff, because then like it is real easy for people to steal your shit. You know."
True.
And what you gonna do?
Let's switch up gears here a little bit. I know we got a good conversation going on, but we got to switch it up here. We got some news headlines we got to talk about. I'm not gonna play the jingle this week because
It's not a happy.
it's not really
It's
not a happy news thing we got to talk about here. So unless you've been living under a rock for the last weekend there was 2 mass shootings in less than 24 hours in El Paso, Texas, and just up the road from us here in Dayton, Ohio. I think the body count total was something like 30-something, close to 40-something people got shot and killed. I don't know the numbers. I try not to watch the news and shit. I get all my news like everybody else on Facebook. So I haven't really heard the numbers.
I think it's 35.
35 total between
Yeah,
the
I
two.
believe so.
I was close. I said between 30 and 40,
Mhm.
something like that. But in El Paso, it was at a Walmart. And a guy just walked in. He had was it AK-47 he walked
Yeah,
in
I
with?
think so.
I know it wasn't an AR, I don't think. But he walks up into this Walmart and just started mowing motherfuckers down. And I think he was racially motivated, I believe. They said he was like targeting Hispanics.
Yeah, the Hispanic invasion
Yeah.
led him to it.
Now, you're already in El Paso, Texas. I'm sure there's tons of Hispanics all
That's what I've been
over.
saying too.
You know, like,
At what point did it get on your nerves? We're just like, "Fuck this! I can't
Yeah.
take like
It's
that's
like
ridiculous."
Today of all days,
like, why not just leave El Paso, Texas? I've been to Texas. I don't know if you guys ever been to
I was
Texas.
born in Texas, man.
Never.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
And you fucking left because
I
you were
did.
smart.
Yeah.
Because Texas fucking blows. It was horrible in Texas.
Look, dude, they
I hated it.
Yeah, I know. They like people in Texas don't like you if you're not from Texas. Like,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like they want you to come down, spend money and shit, but then like they want you to get the fuck out. They're
Like,
never
hey,
gonna
you
accept you.
had a nice weekend. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, dude. They, like my parents are from Cleveland, and they moved down there, and I was born down with my 2 sisters, and it was like, I don't know. I remember this kid in class. He'd always give me crap. But like the worst thing you could say to somebody, we'd say like, "Oh, shut up, you dumb Yankee." Like that was our biggest diss to the other people all the time. And then I found out that my parents were from Cleveland. My mom's like, "Dumb Yankee, like we're Yankees," and I cried for like 5 hours. I was like devastated. Like, how could this be? Like, it's so ridiculous. But yeah, I'm Ohio now. Wow. Fuck you, Jerry.
And then the other mass shooting, of course, like I said, happened right up the street from us in Dayton, And what district were they calling it?
The Oregon district.
Was that what it is? The Oregon
Yeah.
district. And apparently, this guy showed up to like a bar with his sister
And her
Eh.
boyfriend, which I think they said was his best friend,
Wow.
and he killed them too. First, I believe.
See, I think he had something out with, like, he had beef with them.
Yeah.
And this everybody else was just kind of collateral damage.
I agree. He probably knew, like, oh, fuck, I'm going to jail for this shit. I might as well get the rest of my shit off.
Yeah, he died too, didn't he?
Yeah, they killed
Yeah,
him
yeah, they killed
ASAP.
in
They
like
said they
less
showed
than
up in
60
like,
seconds. Yeah,
I heard they responded within 20 seconds, but I think it took them like 40 more to confirm or
Yeah.
really kill them all the way or whatever. But that's pretty quick though, especially
that was
with
good.
how the police
See,
be acting
I
these
don't-
days. They don't show up adamant and quickly like they used to.
Yeah.
Like, so 20 seconds.
Well, see, I think the
great.
guy in Dayton knew that he was going to have to be quick because they say like it was a popular district. A lot of people hang out. Cops patrol it constantly. That's why I'm thinking like I think his targets were his sister and her boyfriend, and then everybody else was just kind of collateral damage. You know, he was like, "Fuck it, I'm already going to jail. I probably ain't going to live past tonight. I might as well stir up some shit." You know, and he just fucking unloaded on him as much as he could, and 60 seconds later he was dead. And he didn't have to worry about it no more.
It's scary
Kinda
shit, man.
fucked
You get
up.
suicidal people, and they're feeling down. You know what I mean? They're already feeling like if they're wanting to take themselves out, they're already feeling the lowest they can go, and like that's like a
That's scary.
it's scary because I've been there before. That shit's fucking scary as fuck. But like then for people like that's their way of like leaving their mark, even though it's so fucked up. Like that's really fucking scary.
It is.
It can happen anywhere, anytime. It's nuts. Like I don't know, man. I've always been a pro gun. I hunt and I have guns to hunt and guns to protect myself. But like anything over that, I'm starting to like feel like I'm changing my ways and my thoughts on it, man. Because it's like, dude, people are just grabbing shit nonstop every day, man, and taking people out. It's nuts.
I
Man.
mean, I'm with the concept of taking guns away, but at the same time, it's not a real thing. It's like, at my age, most of the guns that I've ever been exposed to or seen or whatever the case may be, they have been illegal. So, you take away all the legal ones or whatnot, how is that really going to change anything
Right.
overall? 'Cause
Right.
people are still going to have access to them. You're really that motivated to go about taking people out in that way, you're going to make it happen, no matter what.
Yeah, like I'm not
The law isn't going to, well, obviously, it's against the law to murder people. So, you think the law is going to stop you from killing other people? They still going to have access to all these guns.
Right.
How are they going to overcome that part of it?
Yeah,
Nobody
they'll
talks
never,
about
dude.
the
They'll never.
the underbelly illegal side
Right.
of the gun shipments and shit.
Well, it's like the thing that everybody's been saying from the get-go. Like, you can pass all these laws. Criminals don't follow the law.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
what makes you think passing these laws is going to fucking change anything? I can take care of this, man. Go ahead.
Yeah.
They need to
What you
secure every fucking school. Just put the money in every fucking school. Make sure every school metal detectors or some, you know what I mean? Not just locked doors. Like that's where the money should go, first and foremost. And then we'll start worrying about other places and other things, cause like these kids have no fucking.
I mean, it it do have a lot to do with like the mental health. Like as a black dude, I feel multiple ways about it. Like from our community, we don't always like how when the murders happen or whatever, the news automatically like starts showing a whole bunch of sympathy to the killer. Like, oh, he was drawn to this, like anytime like a black dude do crime or something, it's never, even sometimes when you the victim as the black dude, they'll show your mug shot.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. Like I'm not even on the news for anything related to my criminal past. I'm a complete victim, but you're going to show my mugshot. But this guy may be the murderer, and you show a regular photo of him. So when you are the actual criminal, no sympathy is shown in any type of way. I'm not even talking about the killing part of the murder or whatever. It's just the excuses the news make. Oh, mental health, video games drove him to this. The shit might be true, though. So on the flip side, I just want everybody to be given that potential story and explanation.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
I want to
dude.
know what drove everybody to being crazy, no matter what the crime was or the event. That's the only way to overcome it. So I do think a lot of these dudes are crazy, and the only way to really stop it is just trying to like parents to pay more attention and people to listen more, because one of the parents called the police. I think the El Paso dude, they said his parents called the police on him a week before he did it.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and this just came out recently and was saying like, you know, he acting crazy and threatening statements and stuff like that.
Well, that's a giant red flag right there.
And apparently
they should have done something.
Apparently
then.
they didn't take it as serious. You know, I mean, think about it though. Like, not to be like racially stereotyping and stuff, but a white mom calling on her quote unquote teenage or
young adult.
early adults
Yeah.
age son that's just wilding out, fuck you mom, I hate you. Like, that's kind of normal in some ways when you like lost as a youth. So I can see the police not necessarily knowing like this is a real situation. Like, how do you really know? Like, unfortunately as humans, bad shit gonna happen. You know, I get it, 200 something mass shootings, that's a little excessive, but some of this shit gonna happen no matter what.
Right.
Like, we can't, changing the gun laws ain't gonna stop it.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Shit like that. Like,
Well, and not just that. Like a couple days ago, there was a knife attack.
I don't think I heard about
Yeah,
that.
I can't remember exactly where it was. It may have been Florida or somewhere down south, I think. But yeah, a dude stabbed like 5-10 people or something. Didn't even have a gun. He just went on fucking slashing motherfuckers left and right.
Damn, we don't hear about that too often anymore.
Yeah. I mean, the last time I heard about that, I think it was over in like Britain or England or some
right,
shit.
right.
You
But that
know?
just go to show, well, see, it's double-sided, because some people would say, even though he was crazy and wanted to target, 5 to 10 people, how many did he kill, though?
Yeah.
The knife is less dangerous, so even though you might get attacked, there's not many lives being taken away with the assault rifles. So that's the other side, too. People saying don't ban all guns, just get rid of
Yeah,
the
fuck no, you can't
the
ban
automatic
guns at all.
rifles
But
and
like,
Yeah.
there's some things where just like a little bit excessive. Like we're like, dude, we really need to be able to.
Right, yeah,
like
right.
that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't. But yeah, you're not gonna take all guns. Dude, there's a lot of fucking rednecks in this country. You try to take guns, you will start a fucking war. Like,
Oh yeah, people will be fucking
Absolutely,
pissed. You
dude.
can't take people's guns. Period.
Yeah, fuck no,
We're
dude.
beyond that point. You can't do it at this point. It won't happen. People won't let it happen.
what was that video
Yeah.
last year? I think where that dude just started like he cut his M4 or something in half or whatever. Like his
Yeah, people
AK or
started
whatever.
destroying their
He
guns.
started
and
cutting
shit.
his gun in half. Like, this will never be able to kill people. And you're just like, dude, you're a little bitch. Like, really, you bought that gun? Now you're like, yeah, your wife's gonna leave you, dude. You can't be spending like
Right, you might as well break,
$1,200 on
might
a
as
gun
well-
and cutting it in half.
Might as well break the saw. The saw can
fucking
kill too.
stupid,
Like, if you just want to get
Yeah.
super technical with this shit, it's just never ending.
Yep.
I don't know. How do you think we can really stop it or limit it? Do you think it's really like the alt-right or Trump, or do you think it's like weak-minded, crazy people just finding something to latch on and they just thinking like, because it's like not Trump always saying this shit, but it's people that's associated with his campaign or people that's just associated with his movement or just want to see him win in general. They piggyback their own beliefs and merge it and mix it together, then it become this whole little fake propaganda thing that crazy people hold, like YouTube shit. You know how it is with the conspiracy theory shit.
Oh yeah.
So people fall into that. Like, what do you think the real solution is? Like, do you think it's just inevitable, unfortunately, that those two just align at this point in time? Or do you think Trump's supposed to go out here on this fucking campaign and like tell all these people, don't do this and don't do that? Like, I don't really know what the solution is.
I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with Trump. I mean,
either.
well, some
like
people
recently-
think it do, because the
some
only reason
people
they
do.
say it do is
Yeah.
because his whole attack on immigrants and Hispanics coming through the border, and that's what it's linked to, because they think it's a invasion.
yeah, but
Shit.
mass shootings didn't start when Trump got elected.
That's true.
You know, they've
It's
been-
only the more
Yeah.
recent ones I think they try to label
I can
it.
see the one
That's
like
all
the
it is.
Hispanic one, like the El
El
Paso
Paso
one, like
one.
that.
Yeah.
I can see where there could be a connection. The media is going to, first of all, they're going to go straight to guns. They're going to go right wing. They're going to go Trump, and they're going to just classify them all into fucking alt right. These white
True.
supremacists. That's the first thing they're going to try to link with anything. They're just
Oh,
that's what they're going to try to fit. But yeah, like these, I don't know, man. People are just fucking crazy. Like, you think about like how crazy you got to be to do. Like, I've never really like ever felt like hurting anybody. You know, I've just never been. It's not in my blood. Like, I don't know, but some people are. But like that's fucking nuts, man. Like, to be able to plan that out or think about that or go crazy and just with no remorse, no thought in your brain, like you're fucking up so much shit. You're just thinking about yourself. Like, that's fucking crazy, dude.
That's beyond crazy.
It's-
What was you
it's
gonna
fucked
say?
up.
I don't know exactly what I was going to say a minute ago.
I was asking like the solution. You were saying it's
Oh,
not
the solution.
Trump
Yeah, I don't
shit.
think it's Trump. I don't think it's has anything to do with anything current. I think it's a mental health thing. I think we need more available options for people who may have some mental health needs. I mean, I know quite a few people that they see a shrink and this and that, and I don't think they're going to kill nobody. I mean, I could be wrong, but the option is available for them. So if they really feel like that, at least they're seeing somebody get some help.
I agree.
And not, I hate to say it, but like when the mom called the cops on her son and said he was saying whatever it was he was saying, I think cops need to step up and kind of maybe follow up on more leads like that.
Yeah, back in the day,
and even like
they would lock you up for like what was it, like 24 to 72 hours for like psych evaluations in certain
psych
states.
hold, yeah.
Like if they've got something on you, like if they had something, like I know she called or whatever, I don't know the details of it, but
Yeah.
like, if they didn't have anything on this kid, then like there's not shit they could do,
Right,
So that's
true.
another aspect of it.
A lot of these people don't have
Yeah.
criminal history.
Yeah, most of
They
them
don't really have events where they even lashed out mentally. It may just be like shit that's going on in the home or amongst their friends. So
I think that one of the main things is the media putting, because we have such a thirst in this country for wanting to know, like that's very like fascinating to so many people. Like, so I mean, there's been so many mass shootings where I'm like, who the fuck was it? Like, you're like, you know what I mean? You're interested, like, you know what I mean? If they like, what was it, Australia or New Zealand?
We're
when that happened?
bloodthirsty. That's exactly what it is.
Definitely.
Yeah,
In this country, we are bloodthirsty.
we don't even
We don't-
care about. We act like we care. We just really, like you said, just want the meat.
Yeah.
the juiciness.
I mean, you flip on the news and you don't hear like 90% of the news is like the bad shit that happened. You don't
That's true.
like, and the other 10%, 5% of it's weather. Then the 5%'s like, the bake sale that happened at some church.
Yeah, and they
You
They
know,
raised
downtown.
$43 for muscular
and they
dystrophy.
top it
Yeah.
off with some sports and shit.
Yeah. It's just, and that's every news channel. That's not just one news channel. That's all of them. That's CNN. That's Fox News. You never hear the good stuff. We're just constantly fed this bullshit that people want to see that.
Yeah.
But I think if we could cut that off, either people would stop watching TV and they'd go out and start living fucking life, or it might have a good effect and, we might not keep shooting motherfuckers up.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
just need to be more like honest and sympathetic, like with each other in general. Like,
Yeah.
it's the technology and shit make it worse in some
Absolutely.
ways. Like, we so ADD-ish, we don't really have time to really care about anybody else. Like, of course, the mother apparently called on her son, so she cared. But back in the day, time seemed like it just slowed down. Like, you just was able to absorb everything even more. Like, even though it seemed like to be more like racial back in the day, there was a time where we was getting over a lot of this racial shit that we seem to be dealing with all over again. It seems so weird, to
Yeah.
be going through this shit all over, like, especially like our age. Like, I'm pretty sure, because I remember podcasting on the other show, and that was just a few years ago, and we would talk about racial shit, and it was almost like we was talking about it like it was over with. Like, remember, and this is like just like little residue and shit, but now it's like we in the whole middle of the pot again and shit. And I just think only because we aren't really being as honest with each other.
That's 100%. That's like a fucking huge factor in all of it. Like, people are afraid to speak out because they're afraid they're gonna be labeled racist, and then other people,
I
like,
agree.
you know what I mean, people on the other side, they're going, and they're the same thing though. If they're not, you know what I mean, fighting against the other side so hard, like, they're gonna be called out by their own community. It's fucking weird.
I appreciate, like, I understand where the white dudes is coming from that's like mad and shit, you know what I'm saying, this whole little labeled as racist movement. It ain't really all racism. It's just a lot of dudes just tired of being shit on. I get it. Like, white dudes, you do get shitted on a lot in America. You know what I'm saying? You get blamed for everything that happened in history and shit. Like, even if some of the blame do reside on white males, it may not reside on you as a white male in general, and then you probably get tired of carrying that burden of the shit. And it's the same way like black people feel. Like, we get tired of carrying the burden of whatever stigma somebody else is dealing with. So, like, we all kind of like sharing the same level of frustration right now, just for different reasons. You got gay people frustrated, transgenders frustrated, like, everybody frustrated. about some shit, but we don't never want to understand each other's.
We don't want to
frustration.
work it out.
Yeah.
We don't want to sit down and try to resolve the issue.
Like, this is the result of true freedom. Like, we all so free at the point now we're all equally frustrated, almost equally frustrated about different things, but we so selfish at the same time that we don't know how to deal with it. It's, you know, it's like being in Oz, except you rich, so you're not forced to be humbled and shit about running around on the yellow brick road and shit, but you still in Oz though. You know what I'm saying? Like the land of milk and honey around this motherfucker. But it just, we too privileged at the same time as being a victim. It's like, it's too much duality. Like, it's just, like I said, the result of true freedom and shit. We don't know how to deal with it. It's overwhelming. Like, maybe in 15 years and shit, you know, we'll go through this tough period and it'll calm down a little bit. But
Let's hope so.
I don't really see it getting better, like, within the next 5 years. There's some more fucked up shit is about to happen. I really think so.
You think it's going to get worse? You think the shit is really going to hit the fan?
I think so. Because think about it. We don't have the institutions or all the solutions in place to help the crazy people. So look at it.
Thanks,
like,
Reagan.
Exactly. It's a whole bunch of like propaganda, you know what I'm saying? So think about like, so like we talking about white males, right? They the ones are doing the quote unquote shootings right now, right?
Right.
It's a decent amount of white males that's
Betty White.
frustrated and they feel like victims and shit, and nobody really taking their shit. I mean, a case like Trump type people, like the alt-right internet people, they preying on their emotions, you know. It's like rallies and shit, but a lot of these people just trying to milk them for money and views on YouTube and shit, and just like anybody else, but they don't realize they preying on a weak person's mentality and shit like that. So you might have a few more shootings here and there. It might not even be race related, but it's going to be labeled as such only because it's a frustrated white dude. So at the end of the day, I don't know who's supposed to listen to frustrated white men, but but whoever out there, they need to listen. They need to listen a little. They need to listen a little more. Like, people need to stop acting like white dudes. Like, it's other white dudes, I think like it's like the superhero effect. Like, I think we look at, not at least black people look at white men subconsciously as like superheroes and shit.
Oh shit,
You know what I'm
dude! What's
saying?
my name? What's
Like,
my superhero name?
I don't like.
I need to laugh real quick because this shit's getting serious.
You like
inside.
Waldo man. You got like the Waldo Stripe.
The Waldo
shirt. I
Stripe,
don't know,
Waldo man.
But for real, all the superheroes are white and shit, right? So we don't really see white dudes as being like wrong and hurt and
Superman's
sad
white.
and needing help, or the victim. You know what I'm saying? So even like men, like black men, like a lot of people look at black men, oh, we so strong. It's like the opposite side of it. They label it as a physical thing though. But either way it go, we so strong, we don't need help. Nobody come to our aid. So if you frustrated as a black dude, nobody give a fuck about you to talk to you. If you frustrated as a white man, don't nobody give a fuck to talk about to you. Women, they get all the sympathy. They get all these programs and shit, shelters and donations and shit. So, like,
And they got like
everything.
clinics just made for women.
Everything.
Yeah.
Every state, every city, no matter how the budget fucked up, they got enough. They got
There's
enough.
that laugh I needed, dude.
They got enough money for that, you know. But for us as like men, like, we don't have shit.
Well, and honestly, I think part of that is kind of the men's fault, because men don't like to talk about their feelings. They don't like to get deep.
guess we
Like
gotta
Joey's
be-
getting
We got
uncomfortable.
to be
He just
better
wants to
friends.
laugh.
We got to be better
Yeah.
friends with each other, right?
Yeah.
I
agree.
100% agree
Yeah,
with you,
for
man.
sure.
Cause how are you in your house cooking up bombs and all this artillery you accumulating for months and years, but don't nobody know? Like,
Yeah.
your friendship level has
Don't
to
go
be
in my basement, bro.
extremely low. Like,
Yeah.
I should accidentally, like, as much as y'all hang out, like, you would have stumbled on his lair, you know, by now,
Hey,
right?
y'all are in my lair. You know, I invite y'all in. You know.
But still, like, if you tried to keep us from it, but him being your friend, always over here, he would have stumbled upon this shit. by
Oh
now.
yeah.
So that type of shit need to happen more. We need to just care about people more. Your weak friends, you need to care about them more, and the strong friend, because oftentimes it's the strong friend that lash out and kill everybody because he
Yeah.
had enough and shit. You thought he was secure and shit. No, this motherfucker was stockpiling weapons.
I mean, anybody, man. You just gotta reach out to all your people, like, because everybody's going through something at some point, and the people that are being quiet are usually the ones that, you know what I mean, they're trying to hide that shit.
Yeah, but usually the quiet ones is the weak friend or the super strong friend. Like the people in the middle are the ones that usually get the support and the help. You know, because they're the ones looked upon as normal. You know, like I say, the strong friend. Like some of these dudes are really weak. I guess the young kids or whatever. But what about the dude like in Vegas that shot? How many people he killed? Like,
it was like 50 something.
50. He wasn't a weak little kid. You know what I'm saying? This was a grown ass man. He had a girlfriend.
And he smuggled fucking how many guns up to his room and shit?
That's
undetected.
That's fucking crazy.
He had a chick with him and everything. So it ain't just like the weak dudes. You know.
He had money. He had everything, man.
I still don't know what motivated him.
No.
Yeah, I mean either.
But they got to stop plastering these people's names and faces.
Yeah, I
don't know how you do that, but
What
when
you
New
mean?
Zealand did that,
The
like when they
murderer or
plaster,
the
their
victim?
names and the murderer, like the names, the photo, because everybody wants to see. They got to stop making these people like fucking heroes in their own history. Like that's why a lot of them are doing it.
Like look at honestly, I grew up damn near celebrating like serial killers and shit.
So
like
you grew up in like Chicago, right?
Yeah, like John Wayne Gacy and shit. We was scared of it and all that. But these motherfuckers are literally like they are serial killers. They're like celebrities to us.
Yeah.
Like they making movies of Ted Bundy and stuff. Like these dudes are celebrities.
Yeah, I found myself rooting for Ted Bundy halfway through that movie. I'm like, oh, no way he's going to get you that fucking, you know what I mean, that air vent in the top. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Come on, Ted, you can do it.
Right, like what the hell is that?
Charles Manson, like they damn near label it and market it so well that you subconsciously root for these dudes. And they like some of the worst people in history.
Well, do you think like the new wave of like true crime podcasts and like the whole true crime like obsession has a lot to do with that?
No, I think this was well before that. I'm talking about when we was growing up, like in the late 80s and throughout the 90s and stuff, the way they would market Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer, and
Richard Ramirez.
Yeah, even like the O.J. Simpson trial. Like they almost like romanticized the shit in a way.
You got a point there,
like,
man.
It's just like it's damn near like a Lifetime movie. It's the first versions of reality TV before we realized that we was being marketed
right
shit.
Joey Buttafuoco.
But you don't even think about the crime. Like dude got his dick cut off, threw it at, Lorena Bobbitt and all that. Like you don't even care about the seriousness of it. It all be good joke and shit. Like it's just all entertainment. So we kind of fucked up.
Kind of brings it back to the news feeding us fucking the bad shit and not enough good shit.
We don't even like our real horror movies. The ones that they make in Hollywood and spend X amount of millions, we don't even care about that shit.
Yeah, because it's not something that could happen. But like, if you dangle you get a little bit of details from each crime, a little bit. You know what I mean? They space it out and they dangle it out in front of you. It's like almost like an episode of whatever show you're gonna watch. They give you a little bit, and it's like a cliffhanger. Like,
it's like
what
Criminal
the hell?
Minds
and you get something
episode.
else to come out, and it's like, I don't know, man. It's crazy though. That's a good point.
Like we was talking about bath salts. Hearing a dude chew somebody's face off for 10 minutes off bath salts is more entertaining than a 2-hour Stephen King movie anymore.
Yeah.
We done came a long way and shit, man.
Because we know the movies are fake, and we know the dude on bath salts is real.
That shit too real.
I think it intrigues us, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're gonna have movies in the future where you can like predict how you want your movie to go.
They actually do have that, like the create your own adventure.
Really? So it's like
kind of movies.
I want a little bath salt eating your face. Like, you can just pick it out like a meal, like create your own bowl and shit at Chipotle. Like then you can't really complain. You get everything you want. I want a little bit of comedy. It's like a sex doll and shit. You get to order exactly what you want.
That's true.
That's what life is coming to. Everything is going to be customizable.
Yeah. That's kind of cool in a way, but scary though.
What, a sex doll?
Well, the sex dolls are already pretty customizable.
Life is your menu. Like as we get better in technology, you're gonna have so many choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want a real girl. I don't know, man. I guess that's everybody's first.
You're gonna be like Surrogate, the movie Surrogate, where you just living through the fucking virtual reality shit. You got your perfect version of your avatar walking around. You can feel everything, but you looking like The Rock and shit, or some chick if you into that.
What was that? Ready Player One.
Oh, that's great.
That was a great movie.
Great.
That was good. Super nostalgic.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
They need to make a part 2.
I'm sure they will.
I don't know if they can. The way it ended, then they destroyed.
They could rewrite something.
Yeah, you're right. They can do anything.
They could do anything. Yeah, it don't matter. I don't know. I mean, let's get really fucked up here for a second.
Let's go smoke some weed.
Do you guys think you could pull the plug on somebody?
It depends.
Like
Yes.
euthanasia?
Yes.
Joey, you're very quick to come off of it. You say yes, you could pull the plug on somebody.
Yes.
It'll take a long.
If they were like brain dead and needed to just be off, you could do it. No,
I think that really comes
hands
down to
down.
how much you love a person, to be honest with you. Because if they're suffering, dude, you can't let them fucking go
Like
through
what's
that
suffering?
Yeah, that's
though?
like putting
They
your
always
dog
say
down,
they
yeah.
suffering,
Like, if
but
there-
if
if
you
there's, like,
sleep though, how are you?
If there's
suffering?
no brain activity
that ain't
and
suffering.
you're like a couple weeks, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like
If
there's no coming back. Like,
might as well.
Well, put it
Well,
like this:
yeah.
How long would you want to wait before somebody pulled the plug on you?
yeah, pull the shit, dude.
Yeah,
No,
if-
Pull
I'm
that
asking you,
motherfucker.
how long would you want to wait?
Yeah, no, pull the motherfucker, dude. If it's just listen to doctors. If it's gonna be like, just there's no reason to keep me around. You know what I mean? If I can make a recovery, or you know what I mean, I lose my legs or arms, whatever, I want to come back. But like, if it's gonna be something where I'm like a vegetable the rest of my life, fuck, pull the plug.
Oh,
Have
well, I
everybody
keep
come say
reading.
hi, and you know what I mean, bye or whatever, and like that's that. But like, that's no way to live. If that, I mean, it's all up to the person. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, that's my personal. I would not want to be there. Like,
You don't want to be the vegetable.
Nope.
That everybody's coming up and talking about.
I don't even like vegetables now, bro. Like, I ain't fucking being the vegetables. Like, fuck that.
I remember like a Steven Seagal movie or some shit when he was like in a coma for years and just woke up or something.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll just be always fantasizing that it happened. Like, just give me a chance. I don't want you to just take me out too soon, like 6 days later. And
So
shit. Like,
you're saying leave you plugged in forever?
Yeah, I could have just been on a spiritual journey or something, you know,
Charging
like,
your batteries,
trying to
man.
find myself. Like, I got lost in the universe somewhere.
But what about somebody else though?
Well, I'll give them the same credit, you know. Like, I don't know how long it's long enough, but I would really wait.
What if the doctor came in and was like, "Look, he's been brain dead, or they have been brain dead for like a week. Nobody's
isn't
ever
enough.
come back from this."
A week isn't enough, because I have seen people, not personally, but I've seen on TV people who have woken up from comas from years and months. So a week is definitely not enough time, period.
Now, when you're in a coma, are you brain dead?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like,
I don't know.
if there's no
Yeah.
brain activity, I don't know. Like,
If there's brain activity and you're just in like a coma, like yeah, leave the plug in. But if you're like totally brain dead and like nothing, like there ain't shit going on, you're on machines keeping you fucking breathing, you got a bag hanging out your ass so you can shit from the food they're pumping into your stomach, and there is absolutely no fucking brain activity. Yeah.
But if you might be like with the ancient one in Doctor Strange and shit, like, you know, so like maybe you're not there to like.
But there would be
pee,
brain
you know.
activity though.
there's been
Maybe
some times
not.
where-
Like, I don't
there's
know.
been some times where I don't think
You
I had
fighting
much
Darth
brain
Maul.
activity. So I don't know, for real.
But you were conscious.
For real.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to determine what's true. Well, maybe they know. I'm not a specialist, but you know, how do you determine true brain activity? You know, I wonder if there's been times where someone is considered brain dead and they still came back.
I don't know.
Now, if that has happened multiple times, then I would definitely want to wait.
Yeah.
But
Right.
if that isn't the case, then maybe I would be more inclined to listen. But initially, I would be like, a week just isn't long enough. Period. I don't give a damn what's going on. I could just
Right.
be some swelling, putting pressure on something. I don't know. A week. I would just feel bad. Like a week. What if you find out 10 years after that, like, you know, that similar condition was misdiagnosed and motherfuckers was waking up like on the 9th day. And, like, he took them out on day 8. Like, oh man.
I mean, you're making it appeal to me a little bit more. I think a week would be a little short, but I mean, if it was like months, years, even, and it just got to the point where it was just like, fuck, man, like
remember that lady?
something's gonna happen.
what was
Terry
her name?
Shivo.
Yeah.
They pulled the plug on
She
her.
was on there for years. though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
How much is that bill?
Yes,
I was
for
gonna
real.
say.
Dude, I went $1,200. I got like,
No, that's why they were
Affected
trying to
hair
cut
on
it
my
off. I
face,
think the
dude.
states was paying for it.
yeah,
at
they were
some
like,
point.
fuck that.
Yeah.
Taxpayers out there rallying, probably like,
Yeah,
hey,
that's why they
fuck
were
this.
mad because I forgot who it was, but some state representative was forcing the state to pay to keep her alive. They were siding with the family. And then I think some people in the family wanted her to be taken off, so that's why they was going to court. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a whole
But
fiasco.
she was on that shit for years, though, so that's
Yeah.
different. I'm mostly talking about like maybe months.
I guess if they're suffering, I can pull the plug. Like, if it's suffering and it looks like, look, they're not coming back. Like, it's got to be pretty certain that they're not going to make a recovery. I'm gonna pull the
Alright, I
plug
have a
where they're not
question,
gonna be
though.
hurt.
So you say suffering. Do you think, like, what if somebody dead or brain dead or whatever, but the machine's keeping their body alive? Do you think their soul is like held captive, like until the machine turned off? So what does it matter? Like, how are they really suffering? If, you know, like if you dead and your soul gone, what does it matter if I leave you here for?
I mean, I don't really
10 more days.
I don't really know about the whole soul thing. They haven't shown me any evidence of
Probably
any
talk
of that
about more like
shit,
Dr.
but-
Death, though, right?
What do you mean?
Like where people had like cancer, like terminal cancer, and they're still alive.
Well,
They're
I'll-
just like kill me.
I was gonna get to that.
Yeah.
I was gonna get to that.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
Like-
Okay, I'm with that.
Like, what if somebody you knew was terminally ill and they were dying and they were suffering, they were in pain, like you said, Joey, and they were like, "Look, I got this needle right here. All you gotta do is just stick me, and you will help me out so much. Could you do it?"
No, and fuck no, dude. I ain't gonna do that shit. Like, it's gotta be legal, bro. I can't just be like,
it's
oh.
legal though. It's legal some places.
Yeah, assisted
California
suicide.
legal,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
Look,
in
I'm
California.
gonna
it is,
need
yeah.
my lawyer and everybody else with me. We're gonna have it all. Like, there's no way.
What if
I
they
can't
like
just-
videotaped? Like they sat down, they were like,
yeah, just
they were
hey,
like-
just watch this real
No,
quick.
I think he's just
No.
asking like morally. Do you think you could
Yeah.
do it?
If it's somebody you really care about and they're in a lot of fucking pain, dude, I just like I don't. And there's no like. There's no way they're coming out of it. I feel like you got to, like, you owe that to that person that you love so much. Like
Right.
that's how I feel about those people. I don't know, man. Like I can't see my people suffer at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like a little bit, yeah. Some shit happens.
right.
Like people go through pain, but like if there's no end in sight, that's where it's going, and they're just going through crazy pain, cancer, whatever. Fuck yeah, dude.
I could definitely do
Yeah.
it. I could do that much easier than pulling the plug if they was in a coma. Just because I know that's what they're choosing to want.
Right.
What if the person in the coma woke up for like 5 minutes and was like, "Look, Leo, I need you to kill me before I go back into this coma," and then bam, they fucking.
All right, yeah, it's the same thing. That's even more. I would do that faster than the person that was sick because it's like,
Right.
okay, you was knocked out for a minute, and you woke up, and you even confirmed our worry. So it's like, that's like instant. Like that's
Right.
the last stamp we needed and shit at that
At
point.
least let me be awake for 15 minutes before you start taking any of my words seriously. Like minute 3, like, hey, like don't
mean
take
it.
any of that shit serious.
Right.
Right as you going on, you got it.
My girlfriend the other day woke me up because she couldn't sleep. Like she woke up, I just fell asleep. She woke me up. She's like, I can't sleep. I'm like,
Selfishness.
the fuck? No, dude, it was like,
Like, did
we
you
laugh
think my
about
sleep
it.
was gonna rub off on you?
We
or something?
laugh about it, but yeah, no, it was like she was sleeping and she was all
She
cozy,
have,
and
she,
then I was.
she have to sleep first, basically.
Yeah, she
What?
went to sleep. I was trying to
Every
write
time I
my
go to
comedy
sleep, then
set.
you go to sleep.
Yeah, then woke me up, and I'm like, all right, guess we're up. Let's. But I'm just in that, you know what I mean, off and on state. But yeah,
Back to your question though, I think that they should take like some sort of psych evaluation before you pull the plug on the person, even though they got cancer and shit. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Only reason I say that because I was listening to something. It was like a transgender type of situation. The person wanted to get their stuff cut off to get the surgery to become a woman, but in the state they lived in, they had to go through a couple psych evaluations before you just easily let them cut their thing off. So
Right.
anyway, the last recommendation was for them to get like hormone replacement therapy because they thought it might be an imbalance messing with your judgment. So they did it, and the person miraculously started thinking better. Like, you know what? I don't want to cut my dick off. So that just go to show, like, maybe you should evaluate some shit. You shouldn't
Yeah.
just go off of it just because you want to. But I'm sure if you got cancer and you're not gonna make it and you want to die, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna change your mind and shit.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Something like that. I don't know.
It's different strokes for different folks. I think it should be everything should be situational. Like in America, that's one bad thing. We got so many like universal, just set laws. Like certain things should just be based on the situation, the people involved, show life.
Right. Dusty, you got any thoughts on this, man? Euthanasia?
Nah.
you got any angry thoughts in you right now? Because I feel like you might.
I got a lot right now.
Yeah.
Let's hear it, dude.
Yeah.
You got to let them out, bro.
I already have. I'm tired of
Okay.
discussing it. No, let me get to you guys.
Oh shit. So we are just out of time here,
Jesus
folks.
Christ.
Wait,
Just
did any
about.
celebrities die
Not that I'm aware of.
this
no.
week? That's
No.
good.
It's all been civilians this week, man.
And it's enough
Yeah.
of those.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's fucked up.
Been enough, yeah. But the reason I kind of wanted to get it kind of dark tonight, talk about the whole euthanasia thing. Let me ask you guys about suicide, man. You guys ever thought about it? Like seriously thought about it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you come close or?
I'm not gonna get into all the details, man. I was like, but I will, like, I don't know, man. I was, I don't know, like, got on antidepressants. That should just, like, change your whole, makes you feel like it's okay. Like, you don't give a fuck about the things around you. And it's really scary, dude. That was like, I was on antidepressants one time, and that was, like, the only medicine I've ever really been prescribed to like that.
Right.
And it was, like, it fucked with my brain
It made
so
you
bad.
numb.
And then I just, like, I called my doctor. I was like, I can't take this shit. And I don't recommend other people doing this because this is, I guess, really bad to do because you got to wean yourself off of that stuff. But I was like, I can't take this shit anymore. Like, I would get, like, these, like, brain zaps and shit. Like, I would feel like, I felt like I heard, like, drummers off in the background. Just boom, 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 boom. Like, it was my heartbeat and these, like, weird zaps in my brain and shit. It was all fucked up, man. But, like, I was like, I got to quit taking this shit. And then when I did, I was going through a really rough time. But then every day after that, my life got better because, like, I was able to just feel my own feelings. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't feel your own feelings, you can't. It's really hard to fucking make decisions that you really need to make on your, you know what I mean, on your own, and talk yourself through that shit. You talk yourself through shit every day, and then, like, when you're on something that's like, antidepressants help out a lot of people, but with me, I mean, maybe it was the wrong stuff, but I'll never fuck with any of that shit ever again.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that.
I'll just take whatever way I got it, you know what I mean? Just deal with it, but that's not, I can't do it.
Shit happens, life goes on.
But yeah, dude, it's scary though, man. It's like you're looking at pictures of your kids and you're not feeling anything, and I fucking love being a dad. You know what I mean? Like, that was my first, like, sign, like, something's fucked up. It's not just that I'm sad or, you know what I mean, depressed or going through some shit. Like, something's fucked up, you know?
Right.
Go ahead, though.
Well, reason I want to talk about that is I have decided that I'm going to kill myself.
Come on, man.
No, hold on, wait. Where's I had this fucking thing queued up here. Where the fuck to go?
How can I explain this to you differently?
I don't plan on doing it, like, tomorrow or, like, anytime soon. But I'm thinking, like, once I'm old and, like, live my life and raise my kids and all this shit, instead of going through all that sad, depressing fucking laid up in the hospital, somebody gonna have to pull the plug on me bullshit, I'm just gonna fucking do it myself.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah, exactly. Hunter S. Thompson style.
But, like,
you know,
Jerry, let me do that, please. Let me do it.
You want to do it for me?
Yeah, I'll do it for you,
okay,
bro.
that's fine. That's cool.
I'm
When my time comes and I'm ready, I'll fucking.
Are you
hit
suffering
up.
right now, though, bro?
Oh no.
Because I'll get you right now.
No.
If you need it.
No, nothing like that. But I mean, I just got to thinking about it, you know, like, because, like, my mom's old, like, my dad's old, and, like, I go and I see my mom and I see all these old people, and like, yeah, they got a cool life. I don't want to say a cool life, but yeah, they're living life and stuff. But I mean, like, they're on all these fucking pills and medications every fucking day, and if they don't fucking take them, they gotta go to the fucking hospital. I just want to, like, before I get to that point in my life, I don't want to have to go through all that shit.
A lot of them still be, like, full of life, though, or fight, I should say. They still have, the fire is still lit, though. So even though they, like, miserable in ways, they still, you know, enjoy living life.
Right. Well, Joey Pie, go ahead.
Yeah, no, dude, like, it's my dad's the prime example of, like I feel like the same way you do. You know what I mean? You don't want to be suffering at the end. Like, you don't want to be going through that shit. But my dad's had so many surgeries and he's been through so much shit. And he got a kidney transplant, as I've told you guys before, like 2 Christmases ago.
Yeah.
And now he's feeling healthy and feeling so good. But he felt like shit for so many years. And it's like, once you get to that point, and your son's got kids, like, you got a whole different renewed thing to live for. And like my dad, he loves my kids so much. Like, no matter how sick he is or how bad he's feeling, like, he'd get up, you know what I mean, hang out with them. Like, he'll do anything for them, and that's his drive, is to be there for them as long in their life and see their milestones in their life. It's like a whole new, brand new dad.
It reminded him of when you were young, when you were a kid, and when they were younger. So it's like, it's just an extension of life in, like, many ways. I be seeing that through my mom, because she had, like, 2 heart valve replacements and stuff, but the last thing she want to do is die. But when, you know, you young and you looking at it like, damn, like, it's such lack of mobility or whatever the case may be, you think, like, it's so hard. So I think it just be hard for us to really appreciate life,
right,
being so young and able to do everything in certain ways.
Bingo.
So maybe it might change as you get older.
It very well might.
Because, like,
Well, once I get to that point where Joey said, like, I'm not full of life anymore, and I'm just fucking miserable, and I fucking hate everything, might as well just fucking end it, man.
I mean,
You
I
know?
feel that way a lot of times now. And shit, like
I was
being
getting ready
young
to
and
say.
shit. So it's like I don't think anything would change. Like for me, because I'm like so used to that feeling. In a way, it's bad for me because like I grew up pretty rough and pretty messed up and stuff. But like growing up, like I think like I hate to make everything so fucking like racial and shit. But in the black community, they used to shame us for like having like suicidal like type of thoughts and shit. That's why the suicide rates don't be that high within older black people. With the younger folks, it's a little bit different because these kids can't handle being bullied online and shit. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit different now. But the last thing I would do was want to like kill myself. I would almost want to go like kill other people to release my pain. And
So
We just
frustration.
went full
You know.
circle, and
Yeah.
now we're back
Now
to
we're back to
mass
No,
shootings.
I don't want to do it, but I'm saying that
Jesus.
makes more sense to me
Oh,
to hurt
no.
other people than to hurt myself, because it's the selfish thing is to care about your life, right? You know, that's like self-preservation is the number one thing.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't want to do either, obviously, or I'd have been did some shit. It's fucked up. in
If
my
not,
life.
they're gonna listen to this podcast
Right.
later and be like, "Oh, there's 3 people that heard this shit fucking
No,
straight
it just
up."
come down to like just dealing with some shit, man, and just overcoming it. Like, 'cause everybody get their turn. Like, life is gonna be shitty for everybody at some point. I don't
Right.
care if you're rich or not. Like,
And it hits it like people don't understand it if they've never been there. Like I've got people really close to me that have been through some serious shit, and I didn't get it. I've always been a positive person. You guys know me, like just happy-go-lucky, always. You know what I mean? Always smiling, always having a good time. But then when it hit me, it was like I had no fucking clue what that felt like or what that meant, or I just looked at these people like, come on, like how the fuck do you not get it? But then like when it happened to me, or it got me when I got there, it was like, fuck, dude, this is crippling. You can't get out of bed. You don't want to do shit. Like you literally feel like you're paralyzed. You can't do a fucking thing, and everything.
Where you going?
It's just rough.
Nowhere.
It's
exactly.
rough. So like now I can empathize with people on that kind of stuff, and it's like.
Right.
I look at all of it in a totally different light, totally different world. Like I see it a totally different way, and it's a really good thing, though. You know what I mean, going forward. But
I mean, sometimes I'll be grateful for dealing with my shit the way I do. It just make me like numb and not want to deal with other people, like you say. Sometimes you not want to get out of bed and this, that, and the third. But I'm so happy that I don't want to go like hurt other people and shit like that, because it could manifest in that type of way. And then now you out here. Even if it ain't shootings, it's like motherfuckers go to bars all the time, get drunk just to get into fights.
Yeah.
You know, just to release some shit. So, I don't know. I'd rather just deal with it on my own. Or talk to my friends in the podcast. That's
Yeah,
why
man, you
this
got-
shit
you
is
gotta reach
therapy
out.
in
Yeah.
the way. Like,
Yeah.
people think like, oh, it's just a work. It's the second. Like, no, this shit is therapy, just to be able to express yourself and
Absolutely.
have fun. and-
Don't forget on your way out, make sure you pay your copay before you leave.
get to converse with a black dude. You know what I mean? Like,
just don't do this every
See,
day.
yeah, no, but like when you're going through some shit, like my friends were there for me when I was going through some shit. Like they just like some weren't, but some of them were just wholeheartedly like, I got you, bro. You know what I mean? They just let's figure this out. And you just gotta reach out. And if I didn't reach out, like I don't know if I'd be here. You know what I mean? Like your friends and family and different people, you gotta reach out to somebody, man. Somebody can help you put your mind in a different place for the time being until we can get you help. You know?
True.
Word. It's all about mental health, man. I think.
We need to go to go to some shelters and shit. And, like, do the pod live. Like in the middle of the shelter, as like they get their free food and shit. Like. Homeless shelter tour of
Hey,
America.
We could probably arrange that, man. You know, I think homeless shelters probably beg to have some free entertainment.
True.
We could do that.
We can give them bed bugs and make them feel like they're progressing.
The
and
other
shit.
way around. We'll get bed bugs and shit.
Yeah. You have to walk up there in like some biohazard suits and shit.
Right.
That'd be rough.
You got hepatitis.
Oh, but all right. I think that's going to be our time this week, folks. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, checking us out on the Facebook Live. Still not 100% for sure why we weren't on YouTube, but I'll upload the video later on.
We're kind of on YouTube. Just on
Yeah,
a
on
different
channel.
tube.
Oh, yeah. It happens from time to time. Little technical difficulties or whatnot. But I want to thank Joey Pye for coming in and hanging out with us tonight, man. Appreciate it.
Nah, I appreciate you guys letting me come on and and talk about some serious shit
Yeah.
and bring my whole Friday down.
Hey man, you got a show tomorrow, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I got a show tomorrow, so I guess all the funny will be packed in tomorrow.
See, that's what it was. I didn't want to waste any
No,
of your
I
humor
appreciate
tonight,
that.
man.
I appreciate that. You got my brain closed off thinking about weird shit. No, I think it was a very powerful episode. I think there was some shit, like a lot of shit got talked about that
Needed
none
to
of
be
us
talked
would
about,
be
right?
talking about. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
really, I mean, some serious shit.
That's
So.
the problem. People
Word.
don't be talking about it. We avoid
Exactly.
Right? No, I think it was a good. It was good shit.
It's a good thing. I feel like we need to hug after this one. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna hug you twice, motherfucker.
I'm going to hug you 3 times.
I'm
Might even do more than that.
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ! Like, how much is this copay, bro? Like, Jesus, like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Your insurance don't cover that, Joe.
Oh, man. My student loan debt's already high enough, man.
What do you do for $1 million?
15 dicks, not just one. 15.
Oh, man, I just laid everything out tonight. God damn it. And I didn't even say anything funny. This is fucked up, man.
You did it to yourself, man. You sowed your own poison. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Hit that notification bell, too, so you get alerted when these guys go live.
Get alerted when we go live. That's for sure. You can be watching us from the comfort of your couch every week. Just a click of a button, man. That's all it takes. Yeah. But that's it. We're going to get the fuck out of here. I'm your host, Jerry Saylor.
I'm left for Slug at SCB.
I'm Leo Bishop.
Joey Pie.
We the fuck out. Fuck you, Toby. Actually, stay sober, Toby.
Go ahead and sit down, cunt.